Hi kids! I hope you're having a great time this week at Vacation Bible School where you're learning all about God's love in action and how missionaries all around the world are able to do that every day. This year, I had a unique opportunity to go on an 11-month mission trip to 11 different countries around the world. So today, I want to share a short story with you from one of my favorite countries in my entire trip, the country of Swaziland. The month that we were in Swaziland, we were working with a group of missionaries in the region of Nsogo, which is one of the poorest regions in all of Swaziland. The missionaries there that we were working with held very tightly, and they were so passionate to the gospel in Matthew 25, where Jesus said some very important things, and I'm going to read those to you from the scripture. So it says, "For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me. So I tell you the truth, whatever you did for the least of the brothers of mine, you did for me." So one of the many ways that the missionaries that we were working with in Swaziland lived out these commands was through a feeding program where they also taught people how to garden. So every day there were hundreds and hundreds of children and families who were coming by to get a meal, and they were also learning new ways to garden so that they could provide for themselves in the future. And so in this way, God was being able to take care of his people through this group of missionaries who had just answered the call to come to Swaziland and provide and show these people how to use a lot of their resources so that they can learn how to care for themselves and be provided for by their God. But one of the days that we were there at the ministry, it was quite unlike a lot of the rest of the days. So it started out just like a normal day. All the kids were out there early in the morning playing on the playground before preschool started, when all of a sudden we heard this really harsh, blood-curdling scream coming from the playground. We look over and we see this young boy, Mbogeni, one of the cutest kids there, and he was lying on the ground and his leg looked really injured. And we'd actually just found out that he had jumped off of the top of the slide and he landed on his leg and it was broken. But at the time, we didn't know that. So one of the first people to get there to the scene was a lady named Erica, who was one of the missionaries there with us. And as soon as she got there, God warned her that this injury was a lot more serious than we thought it was. And so she decided that he needed to go to the hospital right away. But Mbogeni's mom did not have any money, nor did she have a vehicle, or she really wasn't even physically able to take Mbogeni to the hospital. So Erica decided to quickly bandage him up and get him to the nearest hospital. But that was over 2 hours away. Very, very far drive for this team. But that day, Erica decided to step in and just be God's love in action for Mbogeni and his mom. And so Mbogeni was able to go get some great care and a new cast so that he could have a full road to recovery and be able to enjoy his life again. And today he's living pain-free from his accident and is just happy-go-lucky there in Swaziland. So I just wanted to encourage you with this story that as you live out every day, you can go out there and feed the hungry and clothe the naked and take care of the sick. These people are all around us, and we don't have to go all the way to Swaziland to do these things. So I want to encourage you to keep praying for ways where you can be God's love in action, and also pray for the missionaries who are out there doing that every day. Because, you know, whenever we get out there and we do these things where we're feeding the hungry, clothing the naked, caring for the sick, we're actually doing them for Jesus.